Hi, Chabot community. My name is Jessica Galucci. I'm a political science instructor here at Chabot, and I'm also serving as the Civic and Voter Empowerment Coordinator. I was asked to do an Ed Talk this year, and it kind of made me scared because of sort of the way that a lot of times TED Talks kind of have a sort of style that's been with a lot of force and gravitas. Um, and really what I wanted to do this year was to talk to you guys a little bit about the Chabot Votes project that we have got off the ground this year, and that's been an amazing experience. So I think I'm going to go on ahead and do that. We're going to talk about what Chabot Votes has done this year and what we've achieved as a college. I'd like to start off this talk by just showing you guys a tweet from Charles Booker, who was a Democratic candidate for Senate in Kentucky this year, this election. And he wrote a tweet that I think is pretty poignant and important. He says, voter registration should be automatic. And he's right, it should be. In many countries around the world, you don't have to register to vote. The city government or the DMV already knows if you're a citizen, they already know if you're over 18, and you're just automatically put on the voter rolls. But obviously, that's not the case here in the United States. And because it's not, a piece of legislation was passed in the California State Legislature called AB 963. It was passed in October of last year, and it went into effect this year, 2020. And what AB 963 did was it mandated that all California community colleges and all CSUs designate a civic and voter empowerment coordinator who would work with a team to promote student voter registration and voter education in a series of ways. And the cost for the program would be reimbursed by California state government. So that's how the Chabot Votes team got off of the ground. I'm the Civic and Voter Empowerment Coordinator. VP Matt Critcher is the project administrator, and we have an incredible team of people. And I am going to take a moment to sort of name everybody that's on the Chabot Votes team. Noel Adams, Chuck Bender, Felicia Fierro, Alicia Fisher, Ghazal Hamid, Christine Herrera, Wing Cam, Miss Mack, Kay Metcalf, Arnold Paghiao, Teresa Pedrosa, Kirti Reddy, and Craig Shira. That's our team. AB 963 is part of a larger initiative of the California Secretary of State called the Student Vote Project. They've been working hard to try and ensure that more students in California higher education are registered to vote. And so they set up this ballot bowl, and the ballot bowl pits the different colleges and the different higher education systems against each other to register to vote. So they give out 4 awards for each higher ed system, one to the college that has the largest number of students that register, one that has the largest percentage of its student body registered, one that has whoever has the most inventive way of getting their students to register to vote, and the 4th award is for the largest number of students that register at a on-campus polling place or vote center. Today is November 3rd, so as of this morning, Chabot College is the community college in California that has registered the largest number of students to vote total. As of this morning, we've registered almost 1,000 students to vote, and we're over 200 registrations above our second place competitor, Riverside City College. So that's pretty amazing. Even more gratifying in a lot of ways is that we are also the community college that registered the largest percentage of its student body to vote. As of last week, we were at about 5.5%. Now I'm sure that we're over 6%. And so that's been really, really exciting. And just to let you guys know, that is the number of students who registered to vote from the beginning of the semester up until today. Before the election, the last time we had data was 2018. We had about 60 to 65% of our students registered to vote, so we added an additional 6% to that. So how did we do it? How did we win the ballot bowl, especially being that we just started this project this academic year, and by the way, there is a pandemic going on. I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize how we did it and recognize the people and organizations that rolled up their sleeves and got students registered and engaged. It took teamwork, and the team got it done. I'd like to go through some of the different ways that we contacted students, staff, and the local community. As most people know, we have a voter drop box on our college campus. We installed this voter drop box before COVID even happened. Who knew it was going to be so important? And a lot of thanks to VP Wagner for his assistance in the project, and to Dr. Sterling for her support in the project. And I also want to thank Craig Shearer and the Reprographics team. They have done a lot of work putting up signs around the campus to direct people to our voter drop box. Starting in 2020, Chabot College has become an accessible voter location. That means that right now in the 2300 building, people are going to vote in person. We're the only community college in the county that has its own accessible voter location, and all praise goes out to Director Paghiao, VP Critcher, and Angela Castellanos, and other people who ensured that this project happened and that it got off on the ground and it's moving forward successfully. Thanks, guys. We've also loaded up messages on voter registration and voter education on our Chabot College marquee on Hesperian. And all thanks go up to Christine Herrera for the amazing idea to get this done, and Kirti Reddy for making sure that it got put into place. We sent out Everbridge alerts to the entire campus community for National Voter Registration Day. All of you guys got text messages and emails, and so did all of the students. Really, once again, thanks go to Christina Herrera and Classified Senate for having this incredible idea. Thanks to Dr. Critcher and Campus Security for making sure the message got out. And thanks for Dr. Sperling for her support in saying that we could use this tool to get the message out. As you guys all know, emails were sent out to staff. So emails were sent out to everyone with, trying to link you guys up with resources on voter registration and voter education. And so many thanks go out to the faculty and staff that use these resources to get students engaged. So many faculty members have let me know that they have utilized the flyers, utilized the videos in class, on Canvas, synchronous and asynchronously. Thank you guys so much. It's made a huge difference. Emails and texts were sent out to all of our Chabot College students directly. They were sent text messages twice. They were all sent emails twice. And many thanks go out to Director Paghiao and to VP Critcher for making sure that these messages got out to the students. We created a brand new website, the Chabot Votes website. This website has information on everything you could possibly need to get yourself registered and educated and ready to vote. This website has had thousands of hits and has led to nearly 1,000 students registering to vote through the website. Many thanks go to Wing Cam for designing this incredible website. He did an amazing job, and it's really been a great resource for our students, if I do say so myself. So we've created 3 different video tutorials on voter registration, how, when, and where to vote, and the California ballot initiatives. They've had hundreds of views, and I'm really glad that this resource was utilized by our students. We're so lucky as a Chabot Votes team to have gotten the support of the Justice Arts Collective. As everybody knows, they created an amazing music video called What Are You Voting For? A lot of folks have used it in their class. A lot of students have seen it. Many thanks go to Counselor Justino Pinella and the Justice Arts Collective students for your amazing work. We were also able to put up a great banner on the new Student Services Hub. At the top of the Student Services Hub, we had a Raise Your Voices, Register to Vote, and Vote by November 3rd banner. So many thanks go to Sadie Ashraf, Wing Cam, Christy Davis, and the whole Student Services Hub creation team for your strong support in getting this banner placed and making voter education and voter registration an important piece of the Hub. We created a series of ballot initiative voter guide infographics for social media that have been shared and utilized on Facebook and Instagram by students and by the community. We made major voting dates part of our official academic calendar. As you guys can see here, voter registration day, the last day to register to vote, and the date of the general election are now part of our official academic calendar. Thanks so much to Noel Adams and to Paulette Lino for making this happen. Noel Adams had a really great idea to try and put up links to the Chabot Votes website and voter registration and education on different Chabot College websites that have student-heavy traffic. So here's an example from the Admissions and Records website. Thanks so much for this great idea, and thanks for all the different website managers throughout the college that have implemented this and put up a link to Chabot Votes on your site. And if you haven't done that yet, you can go on ahead and do it in the future so you'll be ready for the next election. I think it's important to recognize that the reason why we are having Flex Day on Election Day is because of the hard work of Najla Abrao, Shannon Lee, and Academic Senate overall, who voted to get this put into place. Amazing, amazing initiative. Najla and Shannon worked hard this year also to come up with this great idea of creating a hub on Canvas for voter-related curriculum to keep our students engaged in voting. They helped to set up this great Canvas Hub, and we worked together to put curriculum up there, and many thanks go to them and to Justino Panella for the great curriculum that you've been put up, and the curriculum has been downloaded and used 50 different times, so great work. We sent out text messages about voter registration and pre-registration to the students that are part of the Hayward Promise neighborhood. Thanks so much to Director Robin Galis for your work on this initiative. We've done training with the 10 by 10 peer guides, getting them connected to information about how to get students registered to vote and how to get students engaged. Thanks to counselors Panella and Reed for inviting me to come in and speak with your students. And thanks peer guides for your great work at the What Are You Voting For event. It was really great to link up with RISE to discuss some of the criminal justice related ballot initiatives. Many thanks go to Coordinator Eric Gentry and the RISE students. We had a couple of really great conversations, and I have to say at the end of it, I don't know who learned more, me or the students. I think it was me. Thanks so much for educating me. It was a great, great experience. It was amazing to be invited to speak with the SEN student leaders. We had a great discussion on voter education and voter registration. Thanks so much go to Professor Ames and to the SEN students for inviting me in for that fantastic discussion. Thanks to VP Critcher's great idea, we were able to connect with the people that are still coming to campus. There are major events on campus still today in terms of there being food distribution and the flea market going on campus. So we decided to put together flyers that could be put in the food distribution bags and at the flea market tables. Thanks go to Craig Shira and Director Pagiao and the food distribution team for making sure that this was put into place. We also put on a series of different voter engagement events. Our first event was hosted by Classified Senate. It was a Constitution Day event, and it commemorated the 100-year anniversary of the 19th Amendment. Many thanks go to Kay Metcalf and Christina Herrera for facilitating the discussion and for the many Classified Senate members who came by and contributed to the discussion. Many thanks go out to Stay Woke Collective students for their leading of the National Voter Registration Day documentary viewing and discussion. We watched the documentary And She Could Be Next. This was a documentary that the students found and selected. It was excellent. We had 85 people attend. It was amazing discussion about voter suppression. I think everybody should try and watch this documentary. We watched the segment on voter suppression, and thanks so much also to the instructors who sent your classes. It was a great event. El Centro and MSK students came together to do a community voter education plática. It was completely student-led. Many thanks to Alicia Fisher, the MSK leaders, and Elsa Sands for your leadership on this initiative. Many students and staff were in attendance, and it was a really cool discussion that really was totally from a student perspective. Excellent work. Black Congress VP Tayari White was really active in this voter season. She led two events, the first of which was What Are You Voting For? She brought in members of the League of Women Voters, representatives from different local measure campaigns. I also did some discussion of the ballot initiatives. So many Umoja staff and students came through. It was an amazing event. I want to thank Change It Now so much for having me participate in their Get Woke, Stay Woke Social Justice Conference. We did some discussion of how to vote in the ballot initiatives. I think it's also important to note that Justice Arts Collective on their own did their own workshop that was, I think, student-led, that was getting folks educated about what's on your ballot. Great work. For the first time ever, we've held candidate forums for the candidates who are running for Chabot Las Pasillas Community College District Board of Trustees. There were 2 different events, one for each candidate. Thanks so much. Go to Kay Metcalf, Arnold Pagiao, and Kirti Reddy for your leadership in organizing this initiative. And so many Chabot College staff and students came by. Thank you guys so much for attending. Our last event was a Let's Vote ballot party. It was fun. It was led by Black Congress VP Tayari White and myself. It was co-sponsored by the Oakland NAACP. We had a really fruitful discussion. It really ended up being like a party. Like, I thought it was fun. Thanks so much to the Umoja students, Chabot faculty and staff who attended, and all the members of the community that came by. We discussed the different initiatives that are on the ballot, how to vote, and the importance of voting. So thanks so much. I'd like to close out this presentation by saying that there's already something massive to celebrate. Nationwide, we have seen record student voter engagement like we have never seen before. The numbers so far are absolutely striking, and we shall see where they end up once all the votes are cast. And I think this is similar to the message that Black Lives Matter co-founder Alicia Garza put here in this tweet. She's basically saying no matter how the election goes today, right, movements have been built. People have been engaged. People have showed up and showed out, right? We are doing incredibly. So I think that that's a really nice and positive message to end out this presentation with. Thank you guys. Thanks so much, Chabot College community. Thanks so much, faculty and staff. Thanks so much, students. Thanks so much, Chabot Votes team and all the organizations that worked with us. You guys have done incredible work. Thanks.